Look like updated takes on fairly well-known formats. In the racing game of F-Zero, you're in a futuristic race car. Oh, I guess I should watch where I'm driving instead of talking. The 3D effect, as you can see, is pretty good by video game standards. With a nice clear stretch, even if I am in reverse. Let's see if we can't turn the car around right about now.
Hello, welcome to the Switch 2 podcast. And the Switch 2 is finally here.
What a journey.
I was going to say, I remember maybe 4 years ago, people were talking about an updated Switch, Switch Pro or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think ever since then, people have been waiting for something, and then Switch 2 was announced, and then it was released.
I am so happy with it. I don't know about you. I love it.
You picked it up midnight, but you didn't play it until later Thursday?
I picked it up. I went to my local GameStop and picked it up, with 60 other people, and came home, but got home like around 1 o'clock, and I had work the next morning, so I slept with looking at it on my nightstand. just wanted to make sure it was real. And then the next day it came home from work and played it.
Yeah, I had it delivered from Walmart, and they delivered it to the wrong house, but I was still able to get it. So,
oh man, what a nightmare!
That was a little scary, but first impressions. It's great. It's pretty much what I wanted. I didn't expect a PlayStation 5 level console.
No,
I expected a better running Switch, and
you're exactly right. It's the Switch 2.
Right.
Okay, so what does that mean? It's the Switch, just bigger and faster and stronger and better.
Yeah, really.
The Switch itself was such a awesome system, and this just amplified it tenfold.
We'll talk more about our experiences with the Switch 2, but we'll get into some news. I couldn't really keep up with any of the news this week. It was such a busy week for me.
I got a new story.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, so I waited in line at GameStop. Did you see the GameStop over in Staten Island that stapled the receipt to the box?
Right.
And just punctured 100 Switch units with the staple in the screen.
Well, why would they staple the receipt to the box anyway?
I don't like my GameStop. They didn't staple a receipt to the box.
No, they just give you the receipt.
Yeah, they handed it to me. Or they taped the warranty sticker like on the bottom of the box.
Right.
But
I see.
To staple it, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, when I opened it, I did the unboxing, and the tablet is right at the top. So it's like you can pierce that right through the box.
People that waited in line, over 100 people, go home to play it, and there's just these two little fangs, like a snake bite.
I wonder what happened with that.
I guess
what's the aftermath?
I think they're getting it returned and exchanged.
Yeah, that's not their fault. GameStop's fault.
No, not at all. But to wait for a Switch 2, you go to the midnight release and get it just to go home and it's punctured. Oh, what a nightmare.
That would be awful. This is usually the E3 time of the year, but E3's gone. So everyone's been doing their own shows. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't announce a Direct, but there have been other shows. PlayStation had a State of Play, Xbox had their showcase, and there was the Summer Game Fest. Don't really need to talk about all of them, but I did notice out of all those 3 shows, maybe 3 games were announced for Switch or Switch 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There were so many third-party games coming out that would mention Xbox or PlayStation or PC. None of them announced anything for Switch or Switch 2. Like the Mortal Kombat collection, that's going to come out for Switch.
It is.
Yep, that is.
Oh, thank goodness.
Final Fantasy Tactics, the remake, will come out to Switch. Oh. Luminous is not coming out to Switch 2. Sorry, Brian.
Oh, my heart.
That 2D Ninja Gaiden game might be coming out for Switch. That looked interesting.
I hope so.
And Bloodstain, I'm sure, will come out. But other than that, like Summer Game Fest, nothing was announced for Switch. And the Xbox Showcase, like they would even have written underneath each trailer coming to PlayStation 5. I think
Nothing
one
was-
game they showed was coming out for Switch. But yeah, Gears of War is not coming to Switch. Ninja Gaiden 4 is not. Tony Hawk is, and you could play as a Ninja Turtle, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, is that right? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
trailer.
you can surf in the, or not surf, you can skate in the sewers.
Oh, get out of here. That's fun.
Final Fantasy VII is coming to Xbox, and they said it's coming out winter, so that's probably the same time it's coming out to Switch too.
If I wonder if that's going on Game Pass.
I think they said everything they showed is going to Game Pass.
Oh, that's incredible.
But that means either Switch 2 is not getting any third-party support, or Nintendo is just waiting to have their own direct to announce third-party games.
I think that makes the most sense.
Even Xbox announced their own handheld system.
I didn't know that. Wow.
I wonder how strong it's going to be. Since this is going to have Game Pass and everything, I might get it. I don't know.
Like Call of Duty handheld?
Yeah, just have, the two handheld consoles. Because some third-party games are not coming to Switch 2 will come out to Xbox. So
You play with I know we're the Switch 2 podcast, we're talking a little Xbox, but you play Xbox with that tiny screen, right?
yeah, I have the Series S, and there's a screen attachment. You don't need to connect it to a TV. That's how I play it. So I play Call of Duty or Doom on this little screen. The Xbox Showcase, Game Freak announced a game for Xbox.
The company that makes Pokemon?
Yeah, they're making a game for Xbox and PlayStation 5, but not Nintendo Switch.
Of course they are.
And it looks better than Pokemon. Like
Wow.
the graphics look awesome.
What is it?
I don't know, it looks like a Japanese action type game. So one piece of news that was announced was the Street Fighter 6 DLC. 4 more characters are coming. Sagat, Sea Viper, Ingrid, and Alex. And they, slowly release these characters.
Why
Yeah.
do those characters not look like their original form? What am I looking at right now?
This image here,
What is that?
it's AEW wrestler Kenny Omega.
Of course it is. Of course.
Uh,
So they
yeah.
announced his trailer, and Omega over here was dressed as these characters.
Yeah, he's done stuff with Street Fighter before. He plays competitively.
All right, you got to respect that. Now that Street Fighter is on the Switch, which we've played over the weekend, this is pretty exciting. It's kind of nice playing Street Fighter again.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's get into the Switch 2 talk and our impressions of it.
Boom.
All right, so we'll start with Street Fighter 6. We played some of it online together, and then the other day we played it multiplayer. And it's your first time really playing it. You played some of it before, but not really.
Yeah, nothing like intensively, but
Right.
actually owning it and sitting down on my couch and going through some tutorials and playing it online for a few hours with you guys. I had so much fun.
Yeah, and you got
Anyway-
your 8-bit-do arcade stick
Man,
updated for the Switch 2.
so when I brought that Switch 2 home and the next day playing Street Fighter, I hooked up that 8-bit-do fight stick and it wasn't working. And I was like, I was a little disheartened because I was playing it on the Switch. And so I saw you, yesterday, and I read online there was like a patch for it.
Right.
And the patch worked, and the 8-bit-do arcade stick works on the Switch too. I'm loving it. I'm loving these fighting games.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6, it's pretty deep, but not too bad. You have the counters.
Keith, I hit down forward punch and I'm doing a Dugan's, It's the same moves that came out back in Street Fighter 2.
Right. So who's your character of choice?
I have two. I'm a Guile fan and a Chun-Li fan.
Okay. Yeah, you're lucky. Your characters are in this game.
Right?
Mine aren't. No Balrog, no Sakura, no Dan. Yeah, I like Ken. He's
Make
always
it-
fun to use.
Make a custom Dan.
Yeah, exactly. You pretty much can.
And I haven't seen the creative character yet.
Oh, you can make some pretty wild characters.
I'm excited.
But I got, of course, Fast Fusion, the Fast RMX sequel, and having that and F-Zero GX the same day, it's fun to compare it.
Mm.
Like, even though F-Zero is like it's over 20 years old now, it's so fast. Like,
That game was so hard.
yeah, it's hard, it's difficult, but it's still I enjoy playing it. But Fast Fusion is good. It's a nice modern version of F-Zero that isn't too complicated.
And the graphics in that game are incredible.
Yeah, it's one of the only games I've seen where it has a lot of different sort of graphic options, depending if you want performance or graphics to be prioritized. And
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's a good game. New mechanics like jumping. I played a little bit of it earlier today. It's just gonna be hard to dedicate time to all these different games I got.
There's so many different games. I mean,
Yeah.
the GameCube alone on the Switch 2 is incredible.
Right. Yeah, we played some Soul Calibur 2.
How great is that replaying Soul Calibur?
Yeah, and you have to unlock everything, all the characters, stages, weapons.
I can't believe that. That's gonna take forever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get that in the rotation. But yeah, who do you like using in Soul Calibur 2?
Soul Calibur, I always liked Nightmare, and then later on Sidfrig, but that was my combo. And then like a sprinkle like Keelik in there.
Yeah, Keelik's always good.
What about you, Waldo?
No, I like Keelik's fun to play. I like playing as Link.
You gotta get those characters.
Yeah, exactly. You need to unlock all the characters. It's fun, and I didn't even touch Wind Waker yet.
No, I'm saving that. I am saving Wind Waker. I've decided.
Get through some of these other games first, and then you can dedicate. And I wonder how often they're going to update. Do you think every month they'll release like one new game?
I say no. I'm like, oh, there's no way that's going to happen. And then the next Nintendo Direct, they're like, oh, coming to GameCube today.
I see them doing like one at a time. I don't see it like on the Game Boy or the other consoles they have. They release like multiple games at once. With the GameCube, I think since they're bigger games, they'll probably do one at a time. So that's good. I mean, I don't know. Was Mario Golf announced? I don't think it was.
Oh, baby.
That would be fun.
Online?
But I mean, I played it to death, but I'd play Fire Emblem again on GameCube.
I would play that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's an expensive game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like over 300, I think.
Is that on your shelf?
Yeah, I have it. Yep.
Oh man.
I have that. Which it's always hard to pick my favorite GameCube game, but I think that might be it.
The Fire Emblem?
Yeah, that's really good.
Not Mario Sunshine?
I like Mario Sunshine, which is also coming to the GameCube, even though it's on that 3D collection.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just played that. I played that a couple months ago.
I have Rune Factory, which
how is it?
I only got to play like 10 minutes. I was playing handheld, and seeing a game run like 60 frames per second just smooth on the Switch is like a new experience because no game on the original Switch ran that smooth.
Yeah, we're not used to that. We're not used to updated graphics.
No.
Nintendo fan.
I mean, that alone, that was cool. And I did try out some older games just to see. Like Tetris Effect looks great handheld on Switch 2. Neon White does not look great on Switch 2. Some games, I guess, are fine, and other games are just not optimized for the higher resolution.
Well, I tried playing the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection on the Switch 2, and it would not read.
Let me just check something real quick, because Nintendo has that compatibility list. Let's see. So, yeah, I was looking at the list, and Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is on this list.
Oh, man.
Game behavior may vary from Nintendo Switch. So, yeah, maybe that's something they're going to work on. I mean, Super Smash Brothers is on this list.
What?
But just with the Mii Fighter. Apparently the Mii Fighter is an issue. So, we also played... Mario Kart World.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. So what do you think? It lives up to the hype?
From the few times that we played together, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that game. I mean, 24 Racers alone
Hmm.
was fun, and it's mayhem. You could go from first to 17th in a split second.
Yeah. Um, and the way the track sort of like transition into the next during the like Grand Prix, that's pretty cool.
And then like they have some of the throwback levels.
You have some throwback levels, throwback music.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah. The controls good. The new mechanics like grinding on rails and stuff, that's fun.
Wall rides and
Yeah.
rails. The I found interesting you can't really customize your cart, like pick the the different wheels and the glider.
Yeah.
Whatever cart you pick, you pick.
So I'm wondering, there's probably a lot of cards to unlock then.
I hope so.
Um,
And the different outfits you get for
Yeah,
each of your characters.
yeah, Grand Prix was fun, but we played the knockout mode, and that was awesome. That is like
That
5 courses back to back, no stopping.
elimination. I mean, we played. It was 3 of us that played it. I feel like if we had like a team of 8 playing or
Hmm.
12, like it'd be nuts.
Yeah,
A lot of trash talking would be going on.
yeah, that'd be fun.
I
Now,
plan on playing more of it this week for sure.
so what
You
do you
know,
think of the console itself compared
love
to
it.
the first Switch?
I love it.
You
It
like
is
the magnetic Joy Cons?
man. How cool is that? You put
Yeah.
it's smooth. It feels right. There's a lot of hate online right now for the Switch 2. A lot, and I
What
feel
like
like they're just being
where?
negative to be negative.
So yeah, what are they even saying? Just that it's not as strong as it should be, or something?
Overpriced, overhyped. There's no first party games.
People like that, they're really, I don't know. The only like mainstream games, I feel like.
If they bought it, go return it. I don't know what to tell you, man. You don't like it? Cool. Like,
Uh,
what are you trying to do here? It's
yeah.
like, oh, I would just play my first Switch if I knew it was like this. It's called the Switch 2. What did you think it was going to be?
Yeah.
It's the same menu, it's the same like everything's just stronger and bigger, much bigger.
That's the one. I wish it had some sort of different themes, but that's not a deal breaker. Yeah. The eShop runs a lot better. I was checking that out. The eShop on the Switch is a disaster. It barely runs. Quicker and smoother.
The games look great. I mean, we're playing for Street Fighter 6 on a Nintendo system. The game, and we played online with someone who
Mhm.
was playing on PS5, and it worked perfectly. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that stinks is there's no voice chat with someone playing on PS5, but we
Mm,
used our own little chat system to talk.
right. Yeah, we still have to try out the Switch 2 chat system.
Right, we haven't done that yet, but that's coming.
The Joy-Cons are a major upgrade. I hated the Joy-Cons on the first Switch. I never used them. I just wish they had an actual D-pad, though. I don't like those 4 buttons.
See, I like that. It's unique.
But Nintendo's known for D-pads. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah.
It's weird. I still want to try the mouse controls. I don't have any games that use it.
No, I haven't tried that out either.
Oh, you didn't get Welcome Tour?
I did not. I
Oh,
heard you can't complete that without like $90 worth of accessories that is
oh,
supposed to be added.
so you need like the camera and good
Yeah,
Pro controller and all that.
you need a 4K television.
Wow. Jeez.
The Nintendo doesn't do like trophy systems like Xbox and PlayStation, right? So like your gamer score doesn't matter.
No, I don't know why they haven't done something like that yet.
You get stickers in Mario Kart. What is a critique you have of the Switch 2 so far?
Yeah, just the deep. I wish there was a D-pad on the Joy-Con.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, the couple of issues. There's a lot of Switch 1 games that aren't working right now on the Switch 2, which I
yeah,
get.
that's.
But performance-wise, with the Switch 2 games that I bought,
Mhm.
I'm loving it. I can't wait for Donkey Kong. I think that game is going to be incredible.
I have to try out the Princess Peach game. See how that runs.
Are you going to try
You
it
sh-
on the Switch too?
yeah, you should try out Hyrule Warriors because you've been playing on the first Switch.
Yes,
You should see if there's a noticeable difference on Switch 2.
I have the Switch 1 handhelds upstairs, so when I play Hyrule Warriors, Downstairs, I have the Switch 2 in the dock for Street Fighter and Mario Kart, and I have the Switch Lite somewhere that
Yeah.
I'll probably give to my daughter.
The screen, I think, looks. I've been hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's not the OLED screen. It's not as good." It looks fine to me. I have no problem with the screen at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no problem with the screen.
No, there's no problem. So, what's your next game you're getting? Donkey Kong?
So Donkey Kong is pre-ordered right now,
That comes out July 15th.
and I was speaking with my wife, and she wants to play Split Fiction,
The co-op
which
game.
I did not think she wanted to play at all.
But that means you two have to play it. I don't think you could play it by yourself.
No, she wants to play with me, and I'm like, I think we'll kill each other or end up divorced. So we'll see how that goes. Is that out?
Yeah, that was a release launch title. I think it's physical, but might be digital only. I think you just get like a digital code in the box.
So it's not a key card.
Yeah, it's either a key card or digital code. It's
What
not
are your feelings on the key card?
It was interesting because I was holding both the games in my hand, Rune Factory, which is an actual card, at Street Fighter, which is a key card. The key card is way less. It's weird. But I don't mind. It's pretty much just like playing a physical game if you don't think too much of it being a digital license or whatever.
You can't play the game unless the key card's in your system.
Yeah, so it's like playing a physical game.
So it's on your system.
Yeah, so I don't mind that. I don't really get the issue people have with that.
But like the people that hate on the Switch too, it's like, all right, cool, get a life.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's
It's
expensive. Yeah. Okay. So's milk. I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and
People want to complain just to complain. It is what it is.
yeah, I mean, this whole week I'm gonna try to rotate all the games I have, and
What is your game list? I know you mentioned it last week before the Switch came out.
so I have Rune Factory and Street Fighter and Mario Kart. I have Fast Fusion, and then the GameCube games, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was going to get Ridge Racer, which is an old arcade game, but held off on that. I was going to get Nobunaga's Ambition, which is like a strategy game, which uses the mouse controls. That's why I wanted it, but it's $70. I was like, I can't spend that much on a strategy game where you're pretty much just clicking on things. I'll have to wait. I'm going to wait for that to go down in price.
I don't think it's ever going to go down. So I was looking at that the one Mario game, the new Mario U that was out for like the Wii U. It's still $60. When I was at GameStop, I'm like, all right, let me look around at some games here, if there's any that I'm missing, and they don't drop those prices. They keep them up.
Oh, well, yeah, especially I wonder if ARMS is still $60.
I haven't seen ARMS in the game store in a long time.
I have it. Apparently that got an update with the Switch 2. I got to try that out. So yeah, I just want to try out some old games too, just to see how they run on the system. But yeah, I'm going to get Switch. I'm sure all the Switch 1 games coming out are going to work on Switch 2. Hopefully.
The last batch of Switch 1 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to get them on the Switch 1. Like if there's something that I want.
Like, Final Fantasy Tactics. That's coming out to Switch 1. Switch 2 is going to be a digital code, whereas Switch 1 is going to be a cartridge.
Yeah, I'll take this. I'll take the cartridge.
So I think with some of these games, just go with the Switch 1 version.
It's not like the Final Fantasy Tactics is like a complete remake, like Final Fantasy 7. So I think so far, Switch 2 is projecting to be my favorite system of all time. Shocker.
Yeah. I want them to announce some good third-party games, and we'll see. I'm sure they're going to have a direct coming up to announce their own games. They don't want other companies to announce games for them.
Even the games that they have announced that they haven't given us release dates for, like we got Metroid Prime in the future.
Yeah.
I have Final Fantasy 7 that I'm finally going to be able to play. Or
Elden Ring.
I don't know if I'm going to get Elden Ring. Cyberpunk. I should have interviewed some people in the line for GameStop, like some of the games that they were getting.
Cyberpunk was the popular.
Yeah. Cyberpunk was the popular game. A lot of people
Interesting.
pre-ordered that.
So I wonder how the people are trying to sell this thing for like $700 on eBay. So
I hate resellers.
they'll always be there.
No matter what field you're in,
No.
you're trying to buy a house, people flipping houses, people
Yeah.
trying to flip video games. The Switch 2 is here. It's in our homes. I think we're going to do some live game footage. We're going to work on a schedule to do some, live gameplay. Feel free to join us.
Yeah, we have to do some Mario Kart, Street Fighter, maybe even Soul Calibur online just to see how that works.
Man, I would love to. If there are people out there that have the Switch 2, if you're looking for people to race, we're here and we will accept challenges.
Definitely. Just let us give us your friend codes in the comments.
Well, this is an open challenge. If you're listening to this right now, this is an open challenge. We want to play against you in the Switch 2, whether it be Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mario Kart, any games in the future coming in. Come join us.
Yeah, Tony Hawk is going to have 8 players online, so I wonder how that's going to work. So if anyone's interested, let me know.
And we're not looking for money. This is us, 2 guys that love Nintendo. We do it on our off time. We're just fans. That's it.
Yeah, we're not making money from this. We're not going to make money from this. So.
No, we never will, and we don't care about that. We just love playing Nintendo. We always have.
But with that said, let's we'll close it out and we'll play some Switch 2 this week, and we'll have plenty to talk about next week. Hopefully we'll get some more news from Nintendo, and till then, thanks for listening. Leave us a comment. Stay tuned. I'm Keith.
Yeah, and I'm Brian.
See ya.